The tea has spilled. The tea has spilled, okay? So, if you guys don't already know about the situation or anything about it, I'm going to go ahead and give some context to it. So, basically, there's a podcast called The Muted Podcast, I think, or The Muted something. And it's basically a podcast where Dino owns it. And Dino had somebody log into the podcast Twitter, and somebody, like, soft-blocked everyone. There's a whole bunch of snakes inside of that podcast, so I'm not surprised. However, he said I did it when I don't even have the password or anything to it. And he gave this flimsy evidence that showed that a person from Florida logged into it, and I'm nowhere near where he said inside of Florida somebody logged into it. So I have no idea how that could have been possible. And he basically apologized for slandering me because he had an entire argument with me and a whole bunch of other people inside of the community on the RTC. And let's go ahead and go to the juiciest part where he says, hey, can we quit this now in DMs? No one wants to see drama on their timeline. Because at this point it had gotten quite, further than it needed to be. And I replied saying, a screenshot of him saying, no, if you start public, I'm ending public. Don't take that route, coward. Basically, he's just a massive hypocrite because he wants to take it to DMs, but when I want to take it to DMs in other situations, then he says I'm a coward for doing that. So as you can see, he's very much a hypocrite inside of the situation. And NATHORIX actually liked this post. DINONUGGETS then says, sir, you made a response. I apologize. You're showing you only want clout and attention, you breadstick. So basically, he gives up all hope and, resorts to just saying I want clout, etc. When people actually say he's a clout chaser, you know what he does? He blocks them. So obviously being a massive hypocrite when he says I'm clout chasing, when somebody calls him out for being clout chasing, then he blocks them. So really, he's a massive hypocrite. And then Bloxian, a massive Dino stan, replies saying July 13th. If you guys don't already know, it's actually July 29th right here, so it was only like 2 weeks ago. And then NATHORIX replies saying it shows the hypocrisy. Dino then replies saying, who are you again? And I think it was really wrong for him to do that because, NATHORIX actually made his channel, really. And he would basically still probably be at like 200 subscribers if it wasn't for NATHORIX. And NATHORIX basically just gave him all popularity that he has. So would you really disrespect the person who gave you your career? And he actually said that, but he deleted it afterward. NATHORIX then says, the person who gave you a shout out and $100 for a keyboard and mouse when you were in a tight spot and had no way to record videos. Of course, NATHORIX, he's always, giving people stuff. He gave his keeping skeleton's girlfriend like $700 on stream. So really, he's just a really giving person. And of course, Aiden or DINONUGGETS says, money can't buy you the way you treat me and others, bro. I don't know why you're commenting on my issues. I thought you said you were cutting contact with me. Of course, people can comment on drama if they want to. I know how you like to block people and then pull a hazardous and talk behind their block because they can't respond to it and actually call you out for being what you are, a hypocrite. And of course, DINONUGGETS loves censorships. He blocks people just for being quote unquote toxic, which is a very bland reason, and really he just blocks people for literally no reason. And he says I'm allowed to comment and laugh at public situations, much like you did for an entire night before hearing my side of the things, and unfollowed me by cutting contact with you and Annie Cakes. I meant I was cutting contact with you and Annie Cakes directly from contacting me, basically just inside of DMs. And Dino basically just says, I heard your side of things and I still believe you should, be in jail. And basically, DINONUGGETS immediately switched during the NATHORIX situation, which of course I don't support NATHORIX on, but he knew him for like a year. He could personally contact him at any time and ask him before he unfollowed him, etc., and backstabbed him, basically. He could have asked, hey, by the way, is this true? Do you have any, responses to this? Instead, he just, immediately assumed the worst, I'm Alex, and turned on him completely when he did all this great stuff for him. And then Devin, a person who has a great arguing point. He's really good at arguing, to be honest. He does paragraphs, really, really. And he says, you're a clout-chasing drama who never admits his actions, lol. And then DINONUGGETS, being the narcissistic person he is, he says, me, ? Devin then says, yes, you started all this NATHORIX stuff and all the LoopedQ stuff, and I'm tired of it being on my feed for following you. And you never take the blame for the stuff you do. Just say sorry, then if he's mad, he has the right to be. You started this stuff and you blame him for it. NATHORIX actually started talking about me. But okay, you can read up on the timeline if you want. I took responsibility for the LoopedQ thing. I don't know who you were arguing with. So he apparently took responsibility for the LoopedQ thing. However, he blocked me. So you can't really, take responsibility and say, hey, I was wrong in the situation, but then block the other person that you did wrong. How does that make sense at all? You apologize to someone and then block them. And he says, you never took responsibility for actually starting the drama, and you never had to respond. You act if they both can't be bad. I'm arguing with you because you always say you have stopped being in the drama and then you're in drama. Yeah, he continues to say that, hey, by the way, guys, I'm never going to be in any drama anymore again. I'm cutting all drama and toxic people from my life. Hey. But then he starts all the drama for literally no reason. He could come and contact me. My DMs are always open and say, hey, did you do this? Instead, he just called me out publicly because apparently he likes drama. And then Devin says, lol, really? Mate, LoopeQ didn't do anything and you slandered him. That's no responsibility for him. Stop blaming the stuff on others when it's your fault. You started the stuff by making it public, and then the NATHORIX stuff didn't even need to be commented on. And then literally anything from the past would make people look bad, so stop and be quiet. When this post that I showed the screenshot wasn't even a month ago, and you're gonna say it was in the past. If you do something really bad 2 weeks ago, I'm still gonna hold you responsible for that because you still can be criticized for stuff even if it's inside of the past. If you say it, you can be criticized for it. Just how I can be criticized for the stuff that, zooming in on Dino's chin, I can be criticized for that, and I accept criticism for that. And I know it could have offended him, but I'm not gonna apologize for making a joke. You can be held responsible for whatever you do and whatever you say. And of course, Little Stray was singing the entire time just stopped because it was kind of funny. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Please guys like and subscribe to join the circus. Make sure you guys comment down below what you think of this situation, and like and subscribe to stay inside of the loop of along all the new RCC/Roblox drama. And yeah, but before I go, I want to say the last thing. If you're bored and want to laugh, DinoNuggets just lost an argument and blocked me as his final response. I see you learned from that trick from Spaghetti, Twerk, and Cosidus. It's really cool because they can't reply, and I can't. Read down from this reply, showing LoopeQ status in the when I started with. And of course, DinoNuggets is definitely wrong in the situation about basically everything. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I don't support NATHORIX for this, doing what he did to the girl inside that situation. I'm not going to go into detail. Anyways, yeah. Goodbye. You